Welcome to the ancient world of the Late Cretaceous period, over 75 million years ago. Among the rustling ferns and volcanic landscapes roamed a small but fearsome predator, the Velociraptor, often misunderstood, often misrepresented. This swift-footed dinosaur was not the towering beast we see in movies, but a turkey-sized, cunning hunter, equipped with a deadly curved claw and a bird-like agility. In today's deep dive, we'll journey through the life of a Velociraptor, from the fragile shell of an egg to a fully grown, razor-sharp predator. We'll explore what they ate, how they lived, how they hunted, and what recent fossil evidence tells us about their social behavior. Baby Velociraptor hatched for survival. A Velociraptor hatches from its egg, blind and vulnerable. At this stage, it weighs no more than a few hundred grams, about the size of a domestic kitten. Its body is covered in a down-like feather coat, insulating it against cold desert nights. Scientists believe Velociraptor nests were built in shallow scrapes, lined with vegetation. Fossilized nests suggest they laid 2 to 8 eggs at a time. It's unclear if the parents cared for their young, unlike birds today. But the hatchlings had to grow quickly or risk being eaten. Early diet: likely insects, small reptiles, and carrion. Baby raptors had sharp, needle-like teeth perfect for shredding soft flesh. Juvenile years: speed, learning, and survival. As they entered their juvenile stage, Velociraptors began to resemble miniatures of their adult form. Their limbs lengthened, tails stiffened for balance, and their iconic sickle-shaped claw became more pronounced. They became fast, agile, and incredibly curious. This was the age of learning, tracking prey, navigating territory, and avoiding predators like larger theropods or even members of their own species. Juvenile Velociraptors likely moved in sibling groups, temporary alliances that allowed them to take down prey together. Their diet expanded: small lizards, mammals, and even other dinosaurs like Prehistoric. Depending on what was available. Adulthood: the ultimate predator. Adulthood. The Velociraptor reached about 2 meters in length, stood roughly 0.5 meters tall at the hip, and weighed up to 15 kilograms. Think of a long-legged wolf with feathers, a sleek, warm-blooded predator built for speed and agility. Its most iconic features: a sickle-shaped claw up to 6.5 centimeters long, held off the ground and used to pin down prey. A long, stiffened tail for balance during pursuit. Feathers: yes, feathers. Fossils show cool knobs on their arms, indicating bird-like plumage. Their brain-to-body size ratio was large for dinosaurs, suggesting a high level of intelligence, possibly comparable to today's crows or parrots. Diet: they were carnivores through and through, scavengers when needed, but hunters by nature. Prey included Prehistoric lizards, small mammals, hatchlings of larger dinosaurs. Evidence from Mongolia shows a Velociraptor fossil locked in combat, with a Protoceratops, a dramatic snapshot of predator and prey dying together in battle. Social behavior and hunting strategy: were Velociraptors pack hunters? While Jurassic Park popularized this idea, the fossil record is inconclusive. However, some scientists speculate that limited cooperation, perhaps among siblings or mating pairs, was possible. What is likely? They may have scavenged in groups on large carcasses. Juveniles may have hunted together before reaching full independence. They likely used ambush and burst speed tactics over long chases. Their feathered arms could have helped in display, or even limited gliding in juveniles, although they were not capable of powered flight. A day in the life: Late Cretaceous Mongolia. The Velociraptor's world was hot, dry, and full of sand dunes and scrub forests, like parts of today's Gobi Desert. Days were spent patrolling territory, ambushing smaller creatures nesting under scrub cover, resting in shaded crevices during the hottest hours. Danger lurked everywhere, from Tarbosaurus, a larger relative of T-Rex, to environmental challenges like drought and sandstorms. Final thoughts: mystery and legacy. The Velociraptor story is one of evolution, survival, a misunderstanding. Once painted as oversized monsters, we now know they were agile, feathered, intelligent, and deadly. Their lineage lives on in birds. Yes, birds are the modern dinosaurs. Every time you see a hawk circle or a crow outsmart a puzzle, remember, somewhere deep in that DNA is the spirit of the Velociraptor. Thank you for joining this journey through time. Keep questioning, keep exploring, and maybe next time you see a bird, look a little closer. You might just see a raptor staring back.